Good evening. Welcome to M1's English Language News, Hungary Reports. I'm Híradó with today's news from Hungary and the Carpathian Basin. Let's get started. Hungary's National Assembly decided on Tuesday to set a few conditions for the EU's new loan. The government wants several principles to be taken into account when the EU takes up a line of credit. For example, they don't want richer countries to receive more funding than less wealthy countries. And Hungarian lawmakers want the funding to be spent only on restarting the economy.
If EU member states take out the loan jointly, they must decide on the conditions together as well, the Speaker of Parliament said at a session of the National Assembly on Tuesday, where lawmakers discussed the government party's proposal on the EU's measures related to the economic impacts of the coronavirus. László Kövér stated that the EU recovery plan doesn't take into account the scale of the country's gross national product per capita and the size of the countries or the differences in their economic problems. He concluded, therefore, that the plan is unfair. The recovery plan punishes countries that have put their economies in order with smart and disciplined policies, while it rewards countries that put themselves into debt with undisciplined fiscal policies. And once again, it's just about the ego of the Brussels bureaucracy. They think they know more about the right solution than governments that enjoy the trust of the majority of their citizens in Prague, Warsaw, or right here in Budapest, the Speaker of Parliament said. According to the head of the Fidesz delegation to the European Parliament, Tamás Deutsch, the proposal for the rescue package is unacceptable in its current form. The proposals are also unacceptable because of the introduction of an institution where funds are tied to what they deceitfully call rule of law, and because it actually puts the instrument of arbitrary political blackmail against member states in the hands of the Brussels bureaucracy, the member of the European Parliament said. The Speaker of Jobbik said that his party would find it acceptable to support the EU loan if the Hungarian government joined the European Public Prosecutor's Office and the grants were used with a focus on small and medium-sized enterprises. The Speaker of the Hungarian Socialist Party said that EU subsidies could be delivered to Hungarian companies, local governments, civilians and citizens directly. The factional leader of the Christian Democratic People's Party said that the proposal before Parliament stands for the interests of the Hungarian people. István Simicskó emphasized that one of the conditions of the government was that the loan package should be fair and non-political, and that the economic growth and the protection of jobs must be put in focus while using it. Members of Parliament finally approved the proposal of the government party MPs with 128 votes in favor, 16 against, and with 1 abstention.
Travel agencies are scrambling to rearrange trips for customers ahead of the new regulation on travel to foreign countries based on 3 categories that steps into effect from Wednesday. Every agency has different strategies, but they're mostly trying to help customers rebook their vacations.
This travel agency in Szeged organizes holidays to popular destinations in the Balkans. One of the agency's most popular countries is Montenegro. However, due to the uncertainties, passengers have been cancelling their paid trips. Since Montenegro is among the countries that belong to the red category for coronavirus safety, passengers will have to either stay in quarantine for 2 weeks after returning home or present 2 negative tests. For this reason, the agency is reorganizing its trips. We can organize trips to Croatia, where we have rebooked many of our passengers who previously had wanted to travel to Montenegro. We also hope that in a few weeks, the classification of Montenegro may change, the managing director said. This travel agency in Békéscsaba is also seeing cancellations one after the other. They mainly organize cruise holidays and exotic trips abroad. Nearly 80% of their bookings have been cancelled. The desire to travel has declined significantly. The Association of Hungarian Travel Agencies found that despite the situation, agencies are trying to help passengers rebook or modify their paid trips. Travel agencies have booked 84 charter flights a week this season, but we now see that 10 flights a week is more realistic. There are a lot of passengers who still want to travel. Others, however, would rather cancel their trip. For them, travel agencies provide flexible conditions for rebooking, the president explained. Experts advise that if someone still decides to travel abroad with the current restrictions, they should constantly monitor the classification of countries because they may change before and during the trip.
Hungarian consumers are more and more conscious about their shopping choices each year. It's no longer the price of a product that's most important to them. Quality is now the priority. Many shoppers seek out Hungarian products in stores, and new regulation that steps into force from Wednesday will make it even easier for them. From July 15th, small flags will have to signal the country of origin on products like fresh meat and certain vegetables.
They are packing meat at this store in Budaörs. Alongside the type, the label also indicates the country of origin. Many customers look for Hungarian products. I always ask, where is that one from? And I only buy it if it's Hungarian, this woman said. The regulations introduced in January help customers choose the products they wish to purchase. For example, a flag that represents the country of origin must be indicated on fresh or frozen meat that is not pre-packed. From July 15 onwards, sheep, goat, and poultry products, as well as unpacked fruits and vegetables, must also be marked with a flag that indicates country of origin in a visible place. This allows customers to be privy to information that is reliable in terms of the product, and also to simply recognize which products are Hungarian. Until now, the name of the country was only written, but now a flag will complement this written description next to the price. I think this will make Hungarian products more popular. Perhaps customers will consider the country of origin alongside the price and choose Hungarian products more willingly, Attila Fodor said. The future of Hungarian farmers is in the hands of conscious shoppers, the Minister of Agriculture said. István Nagy added that the coronavirus has shown how important it is to support the domestic economy and to be more self-sufficient. If we prefer Hungarian products, we buy them. We empower local growers as well as the local economy. This way, thousands of Hungarian families will be able to work. It will provide these families with livelihood. This is how we can strengthen the local economy. This is why it is so very important, István Nagy said. The new regulations aid customers in their decision-making processes. These labels also ensure that quality products arrive from safe sources. It is important to know that these regulations do not apply to markets.
This year will probably have the worst acacia honey produce of the last 50 years. Though 2/3 of Europe's acacia forests are in Hungary, frost, drought, and then lots of rain damage the crop. According to experts, not even funding can save producers from the trouble they're in this year.
János Ardján has worked in the honeymaking business for 30 years. He works with more than 100 bee colonies near Gyula. He's showing how this year bees have only produced 1/4 of the honey they usually do. I can produce honey types that are regionally specific, so we begin with rapeseed and then acacia. Of course, Békés County is the only county in the country where acacia is sparse, which is why we need to migrate. I usually travel to the Nyírség region for acacia, János Ardján explained. In Hungary, there are more than 1 million bee colonies and nearly 20,000 beekeepers. According to a consultant of the National Association of Hungarian Beekeepers, this year will be witness to the worst acacia crop in the past 50 years. Gábor Horváth said that 2/3 of European acacia forests are in Hungary. However, the spring chills, the drought, as well as the May showers cut through the expectations of farmers. We had great hopes for the acacia. Multiple occurrences of frost, as well as the springtime drought, did not help us out. Essentially, we are past the flowering of the linden on more modest bee pastures. These didn't birth record results either. I can say that they were weak to moderate results. Currently, we are in the second half of the sunflower flowering season, and soon we will see the results. We can also count on moderate results there, Gábor Horváth said. Honey is one of the oldest health-restoring products of nature. However, here in Hungary, few consume it. Both those who do consume honey on a regular basis choose good quality Hungarian honey. Hungary counts as a bee empire. The country boasts Europe's second greatest bee density. At the same time, in terms of honey consumption, the country is no longer at the forefront. Hungarians consume around 1 kilogram of honey per year on average, which is indeed much less than the 2 kilogram average of the EU.
Eplény is a great place for anyone who loves to hike. The Veszprém County town is best known for its ski center, but the slopes offer things to do from spring to fall. The chairlift, a barefoot path, and a special playground are also great activities for visitors to try out. Though many people know Híradó for its thermal bath, it has lots to offer even when the weather isn't great for a splash. For old-timer enthusiasts, for example, the city has an exhibit that's one of a kind in Hungary. The museum, called Géptár, includes more than 1,000 veteran cars, bicycles, motorcycles, and many other antiques and vintage items. That's all for today. You can catch Hungary reports after the 11 p.m. Hungarian news and online. Stick around for our other foreign language news broadcasts. Thanks for watching. Good night.